Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today from Katowice 2024, it's going to be herO and Reynor on Goldenaura. Bottom right going to be Reynor, top left going to be herO. herO, probably the best Protoss player playing right now, but he does struggle in PvZ lately. He did win a GSL last year. I think 2 GSLs? I don't know, man. But at least 1 GSL, so we know he's an excellent Protoss player, but I just kind of feel like he's struggling in this meta. So let's see if Reynor's going to give him all he can handle. And hit that like button if you're excited for a PvZ featuring herO and Reynor. Just checking to make sure there is not a pylon coming up. Reynor says, okay, 16 hatch, everything is A-okay here. And gateway expand timing here from herO. Yep, so gas is already up. We've got ourselves a pylon, a cybernetics core, and an assimilator in no particular order, and a nexus in there somewhere as well. So, usually it's gateway expand into all of those, but herO just might want to mix it up here against Reynor, because Reynor can be aggressive. He has an excellent late game PvZ, but nope. So 1 gate expand timing here indeed. Second pylon. Cybernetics core. Yes, indeed. Cybernetics core. 130, 135, 140, 150. There it is. 150 cybernetics core. Second pylon and second gas. And Reynor's just 16, 18, 17ing here on Goldenaura. Just safe, standard, and economical. All right. Well, what's the play going to be here from both these players? We might see some carriers late game out of herO. That could be interesting, but the 4 horsemen, right? The 4 elite Zerg players involved in StarCraft 2 just don't really die to carriers all that much. It's kind of surprising when they do, and that's not a good sign about the efficacy of a strategy when it comes to something like Katowice, right? Sure, maybe you can win, 70% of your games on ladder with carriers against lesser Zergs. But when you run into somebody like Reynor, Dark, Serral, Rogue is gone, but, he's still there in our hearts. And when he comes back, he'll still be... Whew, bit of a sneeze there. He will still be part of that 4 horsemen, 4 queen group. Who's going to disagree with that, right? Nobody. That's who. Hey, look, a Stargate from herO. Quelle surprise. Not much of a surprise at all, really. Pulled off gas here is Reynor, so he's going to go for queens to deal with any aggression here. Speedlings to deal with aggression. Try to get a 4th base up, maybe around the 4-minute mark. Maybe 4:30, and deal with the Oracle pressure as it comes in. Safety spores, I like to start at about 3:30 in this matchup. We'll see if Reynor goes for that, or if he tries to squeeze out a couple more drones before the spores come up, or if he just completely neglects drones altogether. Entirely possible from him. Now, Oracle name. We do have one submitted in the comments of a recent video here from Nodes74. The Oracle name is Jean-Michel. I like it. It's a very French name. Very aristocratic sounding, I would say. So either the Quebecois of Canada, or else just straight up France, Jean-Michel. I can pronounce French fairly well a lot of the time. Just don't ask me to, understand a lot of it. Alright, Overlord down. Oracle reduced to high ground spotting unit. Second Oracle is on the way. And, sure. So the spores are a little bit later here from Reynor, but because he knows that first Oracle was used to kill the Overlord. So he doesn't really need spores all that much. Third base is getting a spore. Second base, not getting a spore, but there are 2 queens, which is enough against 1 Oracle. And the main base has 3 queens and no spores, but again, 3 queens enough to handle 1 Oracle. It gets tricky when there's more than 1 Oracle, and the standard has been 3 in this matchup, so I don't know. What are these queens doing? The 2 Oracles do show up down here to the south. 2 kills on that one. Really acceptable losses. Your enemy made 2 Oracles, and they killed 2 drones? Nope, they didn't. Did they kill larvae? They didn't even kill drones. Well... not a great opening here from herO, but he's got a 3rd base coming in pretty fast here, sub 5 minutes. I like that. Pretty standard, though, honestly, on any map in the current meta of StarCraft 2. Overlord moving out, creep spread. Oh, a creep tumor got sniped. That was the kill? Adepts trying to get on in here and take down a creep tumor with the Queen's Hammer at you, though. Maybe not. Maybe not what you want to be doing. And look, it's the 3 oracles. Any more than that? No. Careful. Ah, 1 oracle does get sniped. I think that was, in fact, Jean-Michel. So, Jean-Michel, rest in peace in the Protoss afterlife, friend. There's a spore here in the main base. There you go. Good snipety snipe here. 3 drones going down. On the other side, some Lynx try to get into the third base of herO, but they are repelled by some very nice SimCity and Adept presence by herO. So, Blink's on the way. We got our robotics facility coming in from herO 2. Probe count is 62 to 56. Reynor, he was really the first Zerg I ever cast who was extremely capable of losing a butt ton of drones and then just being okay with it. There was an era in my StarCraft 2 casting where I was like, man, it seems like if the Protoss can get, you know, 12, 13 drone kills in the first 6 minutes, they just win. But then I started casting Reynor, and he would take that many losses and be like, I still have 80 drones at 6 minutes. What are you going to do about that? And I'm like, how does he do it? It's really his superpower. Other Zergs can do it to a certain extent, but I think Reynor's the best one at just absorbing drone losses and making it seem like nothing happened. Seriously, he's at 70 workers here at 6 minutes. He's fine. And I don't know if it's just as... It can't be simple, or else all the Zerg players would just be doing this, right? All of them would lose 10 drones and have 75 workers at 6 minutes. It wouldn't even be a big deal, but Reynor's the one. His macro maybe is just that much better than every other Zerg players in the world. A Spire on the way from Reynor. Interesting. Maybe for Corruptors. Here we go. Stalker's up. Roach Queen on the defense. Transfuses on some Roaches. Could be pretty good. Lings in the mix here. Very, very important against these Stalkers. They have Blink. They've got a Warp Prism to give them kind of a non-traditional Blink here too. Oracle activates to kill some of these Lings on top of the Stalkers. Loving that. Cross the Bile. No. No, did not catch that Oracle. Okay. All right. 4th base from Reynor. Running quite nice. Everything is okay. Maybe Corruptors here? It's a really fast Spire for somebody that has a Stargate and has shown a very, very solid desire and capability of making air units. Like Phoenix, for example. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe some Corruptors, I guess. If he's worried about Colossus, maybe, but that's the Templar Archives coming in. We're not going to see Colossus anytime soon. Not that we won't see them at all, but Reynor getting a 4th base bottom left at the gold here on Goldenaura. If this map was called Goldenaura and there weren't any gold bases, I would riot. I would protest so hard. Creep Tumors getting sniped a little bit. Here we go. More Tumors going down. Big fan of sniping Creep Tumors. Everybody knows that. And it is Mutalisks. Okay. So let's see when herO figures out. That's not even English. Figures out there is a Spire. Yeah, this is not going to work. Get out of there. There we go. Getting on out. Where is the Spire? Ah, back here. Okay. So figures out when there's a Spire. Because when he figures out there's a Spire, he's going to start pumping Phoenix like a madman. So not yet. That's for sure. It's at a good place to hide it. Here at the 3rd base at the back is not really a place you're going to necessarily be scouting a lot. I don't know how I feel about mutas in this matchup, though, in general. But, I mean, surprise mutas are 40% more effective than non-surprise mutas. I can tell you that much. Holy, 25 Banelings coming in here from Reynor. Excellent stuff. Mutas popping in. Ooh, see ya. So, at this point... Crap, you say. The mutas have arrived, and I don't have any Phoenix at all. I'll have to defend with Blink Stalker. Which is pretty good, actually. I mean, if you don't have Blink Stalkers and you don't have Phoenix, you kind of just die to this. But Blink Stalkers do actually exist. Where on earth are probes dying? I mean, probes are going to die with this attack, without a doubt. But, oops, stasis up. Catches like 3 Lings. Nice SimCity, though. Good wall over here from herO, and he's, pretty well walled up here against this. Baneling, oh, Storm is done. The Banelings are eating Storms. That was horrendous. That was a really bad trade from Reynor. Just lost a ton of Banes. Resources lost are 6,000 to 2,800. I'll let you guess who has the lower resources lost count right there. Okay, Muta's being active, trying to snipe probes. 6 probes have gone down. A total of 16 probes have died. That's good, but dude, 36 Banes have died. And I've never had this really clarified before, but I'm pretty sure if it's in the unit's lost tab and it's a Baneling, it got killed without intentionally detonating. Which means it died over here, not exploding on anything. Tragically. Muta's going down. I'm not sure if they paid for themselves, but they definitely kept herO on the back foot a little bit at least. Once again, man, nothing. No connections on these Banelings at all. I just threw my mouse and, like, scrolled up a little bit and didn't mean to. 46 Banelings have died. This is some epic wasting of Banelings today. But Reynor's like, screw it. I'm getting a Greater Spire. I'm getting Adrenal. herO is throwing up extra Stargates and a Fleet Beacon. And the Muta scout the Fleet Beacon. Interesting choices from both sides, I would say, today. Like, you know that Reynor already has a Spire, so you're going to go Carriers on him when he can immediately start producing Corruptors right now? Is that what we're doing? I don't even know what that was. What was this? Zealots? Maybe? Man, we re-round way too far, didn't we? Storm, good unit. Oh my gosh, I went in again. I missed it again. Must see what these... Okay, it's just 4 Zealots. We got it, everyone. We figured it out. Okay, it was some Zealots. I mean, I was guessing it was some Zealots. But, you know. Sometimes you gotta make sure with the rewind capabilities here. So, okay, it is Skytoss. It is Carriers. Like I said, Protoss have kind of struggled to make this work against elite Zerg players, and Reynor is in that group. No doubt. He's thrown up Corruptors. He's really eating a lot of Storms today in ways that I am not comfortable with. For him, 100 Lings have died, 49 Banes have died. I think a lot of that has died to Storm. Maybe more than anything else here. But this Roach Ravager army going to lose their effectiveness pretty soon here once the Carriers come out. So trading these guys out to make more Corruptors, maybe some more Brood Lords, which would be pretty good here too. Banelings! Alright, alright. That was fine, but 0 probes died, I'm pretty sure. So making this an easier target to attack is a good idea. Ling's going to come in and clean this up with their Adrenal and their +2 attack, maybe. Dude, Adrenal plus... Okay, these Stalkers. The blinking back and the Storm, though. Man, it's good. Banelings on top of Stalkers is really not bad. Oh my gosh. herO is using Storm in ways that are just perfect. They are just ways that I haven't seen a Protoss use Storm in a while. And maybe, is that the key? Is that how you handle Zerg? Is Psionic Storm? Like, everybody knows that. It's not even, we're not breaking any ground here, Falcon Paladin fans. Like, I'm not suggesting something that the pros need to figure out. But I don't know. Is the answer to this just perfect Storm placement consistently for the first 12 minutes of the game? And even then, Reynor's like, not really worried about this, guys. I've got 75 workers. hero's got 91. Zealots heading down to this bottom left gold base. No spines, no lings, no banes to deal with this. Ah, Queen dies. But Adrenalings versus Zealots, always pretty good. This one Zealot hacking away at an attempt at a 6th base up here from Reynor. He's like, maybe if there's just one of me, I can be more sneaky. And it's like, yeah, check it out. You totally can. You're also going to die, though. So herO pretty happily going to go up to 5 bases here. That's a ton of gas. That's a ton of Carriers that can be produced. It's hybrid, though. It's 6 Carriers. Right? 7 Stalkers, 4 Immortals, 8 High Templar. Just a good mix of units here. Zealots getting inside the main base, trying to hack down some of these drones. Once again, getting intercepted. And the Warp Prism running for its life. It's not very fast, unfortunately. Historically. It stopped running and it's okay. Never mind. I guess it's fine. More Zealots down here at this gold base, which, honestly, a couple spines would really give you the time to get your Lings down here Reynor, I don't know why you're not doing this. He's throwing up another Spire. He's getting more Corruptors. Chitinous Plating on the way for the Ultralisks, which, again, are pretty hard countered by these Immortals. And, man, Blink, dude. How many Stalkers in the history of StarCraft 2 should be totally dead except for the fact that Blink exists? 8.3 million? Seriously. Like, they would die without Blink against Adrenalings, but they have Blink, so they do not die. Roach Ravager Ling busting out a couple Archons. It's fine, I guess. Not going to complain about it too much. Once again, we are not replacing these Roaches and Ravagers with more Roaches and Ravagers at all. We're making more Corruptors. We're getting a +2 Flyer Carapace. +3 Flyer attack is almost done. And Aeromar level 1 is finishing up here, too. This bottom left base is just... It can't just die. There's no way it's just going to die. Once again, should be dead. Blink. And all the Lings die. That's incredible. It's nice. It's really nice. All right, bottom left base dies. First hatch down. That's a big milestone. And hero's like, I had 91 probes. That is way too many probes. Well, here you go. I mean, this shouldn't even count. These 14 probes killed should not even count. Look at this. Dude, this Warp Prism... Is this a different Warp Prism? I don't know, but it just killed a hatch that Reynor was trying to take on the right side. Reynor's a 5 basing Zerg right now. He just lost his bottom left gold. He lost his attempt to get a new base on the right side here, too. herO is happily on 5 bases, and he's like, I'll sit here on even bases with you all day, man. All day, every day. All right, Queen's up, but not enough, actually, for these Queens. Blinding Cloud is going down. There's an Abduct. The Corruptors have not been super involved. There we go. The Abduct Corruptor snipe is a good play. Oh, careful over these Archons, sir. Alright, so if you can force the Protoss player back, even if you lost perhaps more than you wanted to, you're still okay. You're still fine. 7 more Corruptors in production. And hero's like, I'll just expand down here to this gold base. It's the only gold base on the map. It'll be totally worth it. Yeah, it is. There are enough resources here to make this Nexus worth it. Plus the gas, right? Yeah, man. I mean, this is just very traditional now, anyway. Skytoss hybrid. Broodlords are faster. They can chase this down a little more effectively. Nice hatch snipe, though. Great hatch snipe. And then the Blinkstalkers blink under the Broodlords. Corruptors are eating Storm, because remember how many High Templar there are on the map right now? Yeah, there are 6 of them. Do they all have energy for a Storm? Just assume that they do. Just assume that they do. Oh, man. Falcon's latest I'm feeling old moment. I'm taking my oldest son in to get his driver's license to do his final exam tomorrow morning. Yep, feeling incredibly old. All right, Blinkstalkers coming in. Once again, trying to snipe off some of these dudes. Once again, the Ultra try to get in. The Immortals at the back are just chasing those guys off. It's just a nice little stalemate here. Yeah, Blinding Cloud is good. Oh, it's a dead extractor. But where's your Microbial Shroud? I'd like to see Microbial Shroud come in here from Reynor. Just the Queen, just reducing the DPS of these carriers a little bit against these Queens would be nice. Mothership on the way from herO. He's really managed. No, a fungal on the Void Rays. Void Rays, we haven't really seen them, but they are a great answer to these Corruptors and always have been. And every time the Corruptors get in close enough to get a shot off on a carrier, they eat a Storm. The only way they get clean shots off is if they abduct. Well, if the Vipers abduct, which there is one of them. So, tough, good fungal. Great fungal. You can't blink when you're fungal, but fungal doesn't last forever. Right? Right. Dude, this group of Stalkers on the other side here are going to do pretty well. There you go. Just blinking out. And, oh my gosh, a Stalker actually died after blinking out of immense amounts of danger. Another one died. And then there's another blink, because blink cooldown is pretty low, turns out. I mean, look, Protoss is not overpowered at this point, so talking about stuff that they need to have nerfed is a stupid thing to do. But still, dude, Reynor has really not been able to get beyond these 5 bases. Expanding here, expanding back here, you can't do that. Mothership was made at this bottom left very sneakily. We've got, I don't know if that was an Overseer or what, but hero's expanding again. This income tab, yeah, look at it. Look at the blue. Look at it. Ay, caramba. +2 flyer attacks on the way from Reynor. It feels like it's a little bit late, man. The upgrades to the Protoss are +3, +2. And your Sky Zerg stuff is kicking at a +1, +2. I mean, it's not... You're just behind at this point is all. +3 shields is on the way. Heroes like, we're at 20 minutes. It's time for +3 shields. I don't see why not. Snipe, 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 snipe. Burrow on the way. Good fungal ultra combo there with Ling support. Okay, so the little cheeky Blink Stalker army gets wiped out. Hero's been producing Tempests, though. Prismatic. If there were enough Corruptors, God, to one volley down these Void Rays, it'd be nice. Again, further upgrades would help with that. I really think having +2 would help you one-shot these Void Rays with the number of Corruptors that exist. Look at the cannons and the Archons, and not enough time for Storm, says herO. Quick, Archon me up. Adrenalings and Ultralisks on top of your stuff. Chitinous plating is done. Speed on the Ultras, but shield batteries are good. Fungal on this Stalker group. Again, another Fungal, another Fungal. Turns out, taking away the blink capability of Stalkers make them kind of bad, and slowing them down, too. A lot of their abilities come from their speed, which is true for a lot of units in StarCraft 2, and all RTSs. Mothership shows up, gets abducted, and sniped. Yep, that's the job of the Mothership, as all StarCraft 2 comment sections will say. Broodlords against Archons are pretty good. Fungal up here. Army value 123 to 115. Pretty even. And that's a hatch down again. 4 hatcheries have died today. hero's putting in some work. I cannot believe. Okay, so that Tempest does not die. Once again, having the upgrades a little bit earlier here from Reynor would be incredible. The Fungals are good, but the Storms are just better. Right? Could be better meme. Woof. Alright, so Reynor managed to expand up this right side. I really think he needs this base if he's going to win this game. If herO takes this, I think Reynor's toast. And I'm not sure that Reynor can take it and hold it. It's a little bit far away. The creep spread is basically non-existent at this point. The bases are connected by creep, but other than that, I mean, this doesn't even count as connected, does it? There's no creep pushing out across the map because of how aggressive herO has been here today. A lot of creep tumors have died, man. Tectonic destabilizers are not done. Kind of surprised about that from herO. He's got the cash for it. Once again, Corruptors just can't quite engage. They've got +2 attack now, which is nice. A carrier does go down, but several of these Corruptors die. Abject chaos on display here at 22 minutes. Good Fungal. The Immortals can't kite as much. Immortals going down is huge for Reynor. Archons getting sniped here too. The Ultras being alive at all is a massive win. Especially if they can catch the High Templar. They do. They catch the High Templar turning into Archons and snipe them down. Corruptor count. Maybe not quite enough to deal with these Tempests, but making the Tempest feel it is exactly right. herO trying to take that top right base. What did I say about that top right base? herO had the bigger bank, though. He can replace carriers, and Reynor can basically make a Corruptor and 10 Lings here. So that's not okay. Economically, man, it is so weird to see a PvZ engagement where everything dies, and it's the Protoss who can remax better than the Zerg player can. That's how herO is winning this game. Gold base is helping a lot. Sniping this base a couple times has helped a lot, and this top right base is everything. Everything. Super everything right now for herO. He's defending it with a stasis trap, which is just triggered by a single Zergling. Good stuff. Zealot run-bys. How effective are Zealot run-bys, everyone, on a scale of 1 to 10? About 10. Maybe a little bit less. Stalkers. Oh my gosh. How did he do that? Was this previous? Oh, it was no. Was it previously injured? No, that's a full health. He did not just get in here with like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, almost 5 volleys hatched down. That's huge. Dude, okay, that's it. That's GG. Reynor cannot do this. He's making a move up to try to deal with his top right base, but he can't. He has a handful of lings and like 3 corruptors, of which the corruptors are dead now. That's it. Corruptor count, I think, is 0. hero's up 64 to 60 army supply, but more importantly, 75 to 52 workers. He's got bases. He's got income. Reynor's got nothing. He doesn't have the money to replace these hatches. He's just got, it's like Falcon Paladin at the late game of a 3v3 where all he's made is lings all game. He's like, why are these lings not just winning? Like, well, because there's a lot of answers to lings in the late game, it turns out. Storm, for example. Siege tanks. Banelings and lurkers, like really bad stuff. This is cute by Reynor. I'm not going to say no to it. I like the warping enough DTs to deal with this. Because who brought detection with them? Not Falcon and not Reynor. That's who. Reynor is really, really trying hard. Oh, remember that burrow he researched like 10 minutes ago? It's in use right now. The lings burrow, they pop out. They're like, hey, it's not just you who can be invisible men. And it's not. Dude, hero's actually kind of giving Reynor a chance to recuperate a tiny bit. Where the heck are his carriers? Hanging out. Just focusing on the stupid lings. There we go. Bringing an observer back to the main base was the right move. Okay, we've stabilized the homeland. This zealot's dealing with long-distance mining drones until he gets absolutely executed by the law there. Whew. Woof, 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 kaboof. I mean, I think that's it. I really do. Reynor's sticking around. I think this might have been an elimination game. Neural Parasite on the Archons. Hey, Reynor doing some sick Neural Parasite moves, but, oh my gosh, are the Archons even going to die? Nope. And Neural Parasite wore off and they're back, baby. Storm is up. Everything's dying. Reynor's not micro and GG. herO is our winner today. What a fantastic win by herO there. That was insane. That was really, really fantastic. Like, really, really, really good, fantastic PvZ there from herO. Wow. Well, that was incredible. I mean, I'm just, a Protoss win in 2024. What are these shenanigans? Those are the questions that every Protoss player is asking themselves right now. Well, it's herO. It's GSL winner herO. He's always had the capabilities to do this kind of thing. 60,000 resources lost to 52,000 resources lost here. Reynor up in that, which is not a number you want to be up in. 36 probes died, but again, I think 18 of these were voluntarily given up by herO. So maybe 18 probes died to 41 drones. 6 hatches went down. Corruptors, I just think the upgrades were too late for Reynor. I really do. There were times he was two-shotting carriers or two-shotting void rays when having another attack upgrade would have helped. I'm not sure the mutas paid for themselves, but they were kind of cute. The lings did have adrenal, so Falcon gives his approval for that. Neural Parasite didn't really show up until the very end of the game, which I think was a problem. The fungals were great. I think Reynor's fungals were amazing, but herO consistently throughout the game, the storms were so good. He only made 20 High Templar today. It feels like he had more than that, but I guess that's the effect of a good High Templar in a game, right? Motherships showed up, joined the battle, got abducted, and immediately executed, as motherships do. As they do. But yeah, great game. Way for herO to get a win. Protoss fans on the channel rejoice. Finally, a Protoss win here against an elite Zerg player. Can't ask for more than that, can ya? So well done, herO. Just active on the map. Charge lots everywhere. Didn't lose a single Nexus today, which is kind of insane. Carriers were effective. Void Rays were good. Tempests did their job there. I mean, the Warp Prism stuff was active and great all the time. And at the end of the day, that was fantastic. I mean, that was so good. That was so good from herO. Just happy about it. Everyone's happy about it. The Zerg players, I think, are even happy about it, right? The Zerg players are like, you know what? We'll give Protoss this one. They need it. We'll throw them a bone. All right, so GG. And that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.